Welcome to the world of unsolved internet mysteries, a realm where the lines between reality and imagination blur, and every click pulls you deeper into the unknown. Tonight, we're diving into 5 of the most chilling cases that have baffled millions. So grab your flashlight, because some doors, once opened, may never close again. For thousands of fans, Brandon Miles, known online as Stream King, was more than a gamer. He was a friend, a storyteller, and a constant presence in their lives. His nightly streams were filled with laughter, gaming tips, and the casual banter that made viewers feel like they were hanging out with a close buddy. But on October 14th, 2019, something happened that no one could explain. That night, Brandon went live as usual, but by the end of the stream, he was gone. Not just offline, gone, as if he had vanished into thin air. That night started like any other. Brandon logged in, greeted his audience with his signature grin, and launched into a highly anticipated game. Thousands tuned in, flooding the chat with excitement and inside jokes, but halfway through the stream, something changed. Brandon began glancing off-screen, distracted. His energy shifted, his smile fading as he muttered, "That's weird." He paused the game and excused himself, leaving his chair empty. Minutes passed. Then, an hour. Viewers waited, chatting amongst themselves, unsure if this was some sort of prank. By the time the stream ended automatically, Brandon still hadn't returned. Concerned fans flooded his social media, but there were no updates, no tweets, no Instagram stories, no explanations. Brandon Miles, the beloved Stream King, was missing, and his sudden disappearance would soon become one of the internet's most chilling mysteries. Police were alerted the next morning when Brandon's girlfriend, Emma, reported him missing. She revealed that she had been texting Brandon during the stream, and he mentioned hearing strange noises outside his apartment. He joked about it at first, but his last text to Emma was anything but lighthearted. It read, "I think someone's outside my window." Emma rushed over to his apartment that night, but Brandon wasn't there. His door was unlocked, his phone left on the desk, and his beloved cat, Pixel, was hiding under the bed, shaking as if terrified. The police investigation revealed no signs of a struggle, no evidence of forced entry. Surveillance footage from the building's entrance showed Brandon entering earlier that evening, but no footage of him leaving. It was as if he had simply disappeared from inside his apartment. But the most unsettling clue came from the stream itself. Tech-savvy fans dissected every second of Brandon's last broadcast. At the 48-minute mark, just before he left his chair, a faint sound could be heard in the background, a soft knock, followed by what some described as whispering. Moments later, the stream's audio picked up a chilling phrase, barely audible, "He knows." Viewers debated whether it was real or some kind of audio glitch, but the phrase became the centerpiece of the mystery. The internet erupted with theories. Some believed Brandon had staged the whole thing as an elaborate publicity stunt, a way to go viral and boost his channel. Others speculated about a stalker, pointing to odd comments in his chat logs from a user named ShadowWatcher13. This user had been leaving cryptic messages for weeks, including one that said, "This game will be your last." When the account was traced, it led to a dead end, a disposable email address, and an IP address bouncing through multiple servers. Then, a darker theory emerged. Some believed Brandon had stumbled upon something he shouldn't have. Information, perhaps, or people who didn't want to be exposed. Fans noted that he had been working on a side project involving unsolved mysteries and conspiracies. including deep dives into the dark web. Could his disappearance be linked to something or someone he uncovered? And if so, what did he find that made him a target? As weeks turned into months, the trail went cold. The police closed the case due to lack of evidence, labeling Brandon as a missing person. But his fans refused to give up. They continued digging, posting updates, and connecting dots that seemed unrelated. One user even claimed to have found a hidden message in the source code of Brandon's website, a string of numbers that translated to the phrase, "I'm still here." Was it a cry for help, or another layer to the mystery? To this day, Brandon Miles' disappearance remains unsolved. His stream, once a hub of laughter and connection, has become a digital graveyard, a haunting reminder of the night he vanished. Fans still leave messages in the chat, hoping that one day, Brandon will log in and say, "Hey guys, I'm back." But deep down, many fear the truth is far darker. Was it a stalker, a conspiracy, or something beyond our understanding? Brandon's case stands as a chilling testament to the vulnerabilities of our digital lives. And as we stare into our screens, one can't help but wonder, who's watching us? In 2015, a simple Craigslist ad appeared in the jobs section of a small Midwestern town. It promised quick cash for light farm work, an offer so ordinary that it barely raised an eyebrow. But for 23-year-old Jake Reynolds, it was an opportunity he couldn't pass up. He responded, eager for the job, and arranged to meet the poster at a location just outside town. Jake left his house early that morning, texting a friend, the address just in case. That was the last time anyone heard from him. Hours turned into days, and when Jake didn't return home, his family reported him missing. Police arrived at the meeting spot, a desolate barn at the edge of a cornfield, only to find Jake's car parked, his phone and wallet inside. But Jake, gone. No footprints, no struggle, just silence. And here's where things get even stranger. The ad Jake responded to, it vanished, deleted from Craigslist, leaving no trace of the poster's identity. With no leads, no witnesses, and no way to trace the mysterious job offer, the internet did what it does best. It started digging. Reddit sleuths and true crime enthusiasts combed through archived Craigslist ads, looking for similar job postings in nearby areas. They unearthed a chilling pattern. Other ads offering easy farm work had popped up in neighboring states over the years, all in rural locations, all suspiciously vague. A few users even claimed to recognize the writing style from older, unrelated posts, speculating that the same person might have been behind them all. Some theorized this was the work of a serial killer, using the anonymity of Craigslist to lure victims into remote areas. But others weren't so convinced. Was Jake simply the victim of a random crime? Robbery gone wrong, perhaps? Or did he choose to disappear, staging the whole thing to escape his life? As these debates raged on, a new theory emerged. One that sent shivers down everyone's spine. What if Jake wasn't the first, but one of many? And what if the poster wasn't working alone? To this day, no one knows who placed that ad or what truly happened to Jake Reynolds. His case remains unsolved, and the barn where he vanished still stands, an eerie monument to the mystery. Each year, his family holds a vigil, hoping for answers that never come. And as for the internet, it's still searching, still questioning, still wondering if the person who lured Jake out that morning is placing another ad right now. Sometimes, the most ordinary things hide the darkest secrets. It began like any other evening for the Ramirez family: a quiet dinner, laughter at the table, and the hum of normal life in the background. But the peace shattered when Maria Ramirez, the eldest daughter, checked her email after dinner. Sitting at the top of her inbox was a message from an unknown sender. The subject line was chillingly direct: "I'm watching you." Curiosity and fear collided as Maria hesitated, then opened the email. Inside was a single sentence: "You think you're safe, but you're not." There was no name, no indication of who sent it, and no reply address. Just a blank abyss that offered nothing but questions. That night marked the beginning of a nightmare that would grip the Ramirez family for months. The emails didn't stop. Each night a new message appeared: cryptic, menacing, and disturbingly personal. One read, "Your daughter's blue dress looked nice today." Another warned, "The back door lock is broken." The sender seemed to know the family's every move, their routines, even their private moments. It was as if someone was watching from the shadows, always one step ahead. The family tried everything to trace the source. They contacted their internet provider, ran antivirus scans, and even brought in a local IT expert. But no matter what they did, the emails kept coming, and the sender remained untraceable. Whoever it was, they were a ghost in the digital realm, leaving no footprints behind. Then, the messages took a darker turn. The tone shifted from vague threats to explicit warnings. One email read, "If you go to the police, you'll regret it." Another mentioned their youngest son, Michael, by name, detailing his route home from school. Fear took hold of the Ramirez household. Windows were locked, curtains drawn, and every noise outside became a potential threat. But it wasn't just paranoia. The stalker's knowledge of their lives was too precise to ignore. Despite the threats, the Ramirezes turned to law enforcement. Police investigated, combing through the family's devices and tracking the email headers. But the results were baffling. The messages appeared to originate from multiple locations, sometimes miles apart, within minutes of each other. It was as if the stalker was everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Speculation ran wild. Was the stalker using advanced software to spoof their location? Were they working with an accomplice? Or was this someone the family knew? Someone close enough to observe them without arousing suspicion? The lack of answers only deepened the mystery, and the Ramirez family's trust in those around them began to crumble. The case caught the attention of the internet. Reddit threads and online forums lit up with theories. Some users believed the stalker was a hacker, exploiting the family's devices to watch and listen to them. Others suggested it was a neighbor or someone from their community. A darker theory emerged. What if the stalker wasn't human at all, but an AI experiment gone rogue? As absurd as it sounded, the untraceable nature of the emails gave the theory legs in a world where technology often defies understanding. Despite the public attention, the investigation hit a dead end. The emails stopped as suddenly as they had begun, leaving behind a trail of fear and unanswered questions. The Ramirez family moved away, hoping to escape the shadow that had loomed over them for so long, but the silence didn't bring peace. It brought a new kind of torment. They never found out who or what was behind the messages. The lack of closure haunted them, and it still does to this day. And here's the part that still sends shivers down my spine. The last email Maria received simply said, "You can run, but you can't hide." To this day, she checks her inbox with a sense of dread, wondering if the stalker will ever return. In the digital age, where every action leaves a trace, The story of the Ramirez family stands out as a chilling reminder. Sometimes, the most terrifying threats are the ones we can't see, the ones that slip through the cracks of our understanding. The untraceable email stalker remains a ghost in the machine, and perhaps they're watching someone else, even now. It began as a whisper in the corners of the internet, a strange website with a single purpose, counting down to something. No name, no explanation, no context, just a black screen with a timer, ticking away. The internet loves a good mystery, and this one, it had everything: secrecy, suspense, and an eerie sense that something big was about to happen. But what exactly? The site first appeared on an obscure forum, shared by a user with a cryptic handle, Terminal Vortex. They claimed to have stumbled upon it by accident while browsing the dark web. The post read, "Found this weird site. No idea what it's counting down to. Looks ominous." Within hours, the thread exploded. Users began visiting the site, their curiosity hooked by the enigma. What was the countdown for? And who created it? The timer was set to end exactly 72 hours from when the website was first discovered. The lack of information only deepened the mystery. Viewers noticed strange patterns in the website's source code, bizarre strings of numbers, and letters that seemed like gibberish at first. But then, someone cracked it. The code translated to coordinates, specific locations scattered around the globe. Speculation ran wild. Some believed it was an elaborate marketing campaign for a new game or movie. Others thought it was the work of a hacker collective, orchestrating some kind of digital event. But the more users dug, the stranger it got. Each location corresponded to historical sites tied to mysterious events. One was near Roswell, New Mexico, famous for its UFO lore. Another was in the depths of the Black Forest in Germany, linked to countless folktales. It was as if the site was weaving a narrative that spanned time and geography. The internet hive mind worked tirelessly, uncovering more clues hidden within the site. At one point, clicking on the timer revealed a hidden page, a single image of a white mask with a distorted smile. Beneath it, a chilling message read, "When the clock strikes 0, the truth will surface." What truth? And who was behind the mask? Some believed the countdown was a warning, perhaps the launch of a cyber attack, or the exposure of sensitive data. A few users, diving deeper into the dark web, claimed to find similar sites with countdowns, though none as widely discussed. Theories of a global hacking event gained traction, with whispers of an underground group planning to disrupt systems worldwide. But there was another theory, one that sent shivers down everyone's spines. What if the countdown wasn't about the digital world at all? What if it was counting down to a real-world event? As the timer approached 0, the site's traffic skyrocketed. Streamers went live, forums buzzed with anticipation, and social media was flooded with hashtags like #hacker, countdown, and #digital doomsday. But then, something unexpected happened. With just minutes left on the timer, the site glitched. The screen flickered, the countdown froze, and then nothing. The site went dark. No grand reveal, no event, no answers, just silence. The mystery didn't end there. Within hours of the site going offline, strange emails began appearing in the inboxes of those who had visited it. The messages were blank, except for one thing: a single line of text. The game has just begun. Who sent these emails? And what did they mean? No one knew. But one thing was clear. This wasn't over. To this day, the origins of the unknown hacker's countdown remain a mystery. The website's creator has never come forward, and no group has claimed responsibility. The coordinates, the hidden messages, the eerie mask, they all point to something larger, something we may never fully understand. Was it a prank, a failed campaign, or a puzzle meant to test the limits of our curiosity? Sometimes, the scariest mysteries aren't the ones with clear answers. They're the ones that leave you wondering, questioning, watching the clock, and waiting for it to strike zero. It was a video unlike anything the internet had ever seen, uploaded anonymously to a dark web forum. The grainy footage showed a hooded figure sitting motionless in a dimly lit room. Their hands were bound, their head hung low, and their breathing shallow. Behind them, an old television flickered with static, but the most unsettling detail, a distorted voice repeating the words, "You will watch, you will learn." The video, just over 2 minutes long, was titled simply 001_hostage. No context, no location, no explanation. But what it lacked in clarity, it made up for in terror. The question that gripped everyone who saw it was chillingly simple. Was this real? The video was discovered by a user on a dark web forum known for sharing unsettling content. Within hours, it was circulating across Reddit, YouTube, and even mainstream news sites. Speculation ran rampant. Was this a real hostage situation, a sick hoax, or something else entirely? As the video gained traction, internet sleuths mobilized, determined to uncover the truth behind 001_hostage. Then, someone noticed something strange. The static on the television wasn't random. Embedded within it were flashes of numbers and letters, too quick to catch at normal speed, but clear enough when slowed down. The sequence read, JX912Z. What did it mean? Was it a code, a location, a cry for help? Cracking the code became the internet's obsession. Cryptography enthusiasts, gamers, and even former intelligence officers joined the hunt. The sequence was dissected, reversed, and fed into every possible decoding software. But every attempt led to a dead end. The numbers seemed to defy explanation, and just as the community began to lose hope, another twist emerged. A second video appeared. This time, it was titled 002_hostage. The setup was identical, a hooded figure in a dimly lit room. But this time, there was a clock on the wall behind them, ticking ominously. The timer read 72, 0 o'clock, and then, as the clock ticked down, the distorted voice spoke again. Find me before time runs out. The second video reignited the hunt. The clock suggested a deadline, and the phrase, find me before time runs out, seemed to confirm that this was no hoax. But where was the hostage? And who was responsible for the videos? Despite the urgency, every clue led to a dead end. The metadata of the videos had been wiped clean, and attempts to trace the upload origin pointed to multiple proxy servers across different countries. Whoever was behind this knew exactly how to cover their tracks. At exactly 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds, the clock in the second video stopped. The forums went silent. No new videos appeared. And just like that, the trail went cold. The hooded figure's fate remains unknown, and no one has claimed responsibility for 001_hostage or 002_hostage. To this day, the dark web hostage puzzle stands as one of the internet's most haunting mysteries, an enigma wrapped in fear, curiosity, and unanswered questions. Was it real? Was it a hoax? Or was it something far more sinister, an experiment in human psychology, designed to test how far we'd go for answers? In the shadows of the internet, some doors are better left unopened. But for those who dare to look inside, beware, because you might not like what you find. Despite the tireless efforts of countless digital detectives, these mysteries remain unsolved. Are we missing a crucial piece of the puzzle? Or perhaps, some questions were never meant to be answered, forever locked in the shadows of the unknown. Which of these cases gripped you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy diving into the world's strangest mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. We have so much more to uncover together. The internet has unraveled countless riddles, shining light on truths long buried. But some mysteries remain just beyond our reach, lingering in the dark, waiting for the day they're finally brought into the light.